everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you decided to stop by. My name is Stacey. In case you don't know me, I'm an infidelity coach. I help unfaithful women in their affair and heal from their affair. I show you how to prevent relapse, and I show you how to grow from infidelity, meaning I help you prevent any other future affairs. So today in this video, I want to talk about a question that I get asked. Do affairs last? So let's talk about this. Let's talk statistically first. So about 3% of couples who are having an affair actually end up leaving their spouses and getting married. Now, out of that 3%, 70% of those couples end in divorce. So 30% of couples who actually wind up getting married and all of that stay together, which is a really, really small number. So I want to talk a little bit about, do they last? Okay, and this is my thoughts on why I feel like they don't last. And I know that if you know my story, you know that I actually married my affair partner 21 years ago. So I want to go through a little bit of that and still tell you why I feel like they don't last. Now, we are still together, my husband and I, but I'll get into that in a little bit. Okay, so I don't feel like affairs are going to last forever, or I don't believe that an affair is a relationship that's strong enough to go through the test of time. Now, I have had clients who were involved in an affair for 10 years, so they lasted, at least 10 years, but then they started falling apart at that point. Now, if you look at the stages of what a relationship goes through, you have your romantic stage, contentment stage, you have power struggle stage, and then you have your unconditional love stage. Well, a lot of couples who are married and not even having an affair, when they hit that 10-year mark, that's when you start seeing a lot of problems. So it's like, are we going to be able to make it? That's when you have that power struggle. That's when it's, reality has set in, where the kids are first place and we don't prioritize the marriage and that type of thing, and it kind of takes a back seat. So now we're having problems. So I can see how an affair could possibly last up to 10 years, but the difference between an affair relationship and a regular relationship is that the affair relationship is built on lies and deception and that type of thing, and it's not strong enough to withstand those types of pressure. The life, kids, finances, health, all of that. The affair is not built to withstand that. It's only built as an escape world. It's only strong enough when you're together in it, and you're visiting with each other, you're meeting up, you're, talking on the phone. That's all it's able to withstand. Its foundation is just not strong enough, and it won't be strong enough unless that particular couple does the work to make it strong enough. So for instance, with my husband, so I had an affair on my first husband and actually married that affair partner, and we thought everything was great, and it was great. I was in love with my affair partner. I was happy that we got married. Things were going well. We had a couple of kids, and then 10 years later we had some problems in the marriage, and I was unhappy, and I thought, okay, well, it's time. My husband doesn't love me anymore. It's time for me to leave. I need to find somebody who will love me. So then I just, got involved in an affair. That is the reason why I believe affairs don't last. And if you try to marry your affair partner, it's possible it won't last. And that's because when you have an affair, you are vulnerable to infidelity. And the reason for that is you respond to hard times with infidelity, and you can do it again. So both of you guys don't have good coping mechanisms, and that doesn't make for a very strong relationship either. You're coming into, well, my wife is bad, or my husband is bad, or this one's mean, or that one's mean. and I just want to be with someone who treats me right, who loves me. I want to be with that person that I connect so deeply with on another level. I get that. I totally understand that. But that's not what's going to make a relationship last long term. A relationship lasting long term is okay, so now, and I'm going to use my life as an example. So now that I've had a second affair and my husband and I have reconciled, we went through recovery, that type of thing. We learned what we needed to work on to grow. I learned what was wrong. Like when you think about a fruit tree, like an apple tree, okay, I'm going to pick off an apple and then another one's going to grow and then I'm going to pick it and then another one will grow in its place. Think of infidelity the same way. The behavior is the fruit, the affair is the fruit, but there's a root feeding that behavior. There's a wound causing that. So I discovered what it was. I started to work on it. I allowed God to heal my heart from it. And now I'm starting to respond to hard times in my life in a healthy way. So I'm going from an anxious attachment style to a secure attachment style, and so is my husband. So we put in the work to make sure that in the future I would never have an affair. And of course, he was having one with me, so he had to put in the work because he didn't want to get back into that situation ever again either. So if a couple doesn't recognize that, hey, this feel good escape world we live in will come crumbling down if I don't heal, then the relationship will fall apart. So, and I don't want that to sound confusing. I mean, I know that I have had people reach out to me who are together with their affair partner and they want to know how to make that situation, they've divorced and they've got remarried, what they need to look out for, that type of thing. So I've had that, I've encountered people like that, like myself. And of course, I always say, please work on yourself, because whatever relationship you're in, you still have to work on it. But if you are actively having an affair, still married, it's not going to last. It's just not. And I say that because when someone finds out, if a spouse, one or both of each other's spouses find out, they're going to put pressure on the affair relationship, and somebody's going to get scared. Somebody's going to say, you know what, this isn't worth the risk, and then I'm out of here. So the affair ends. So don't go into an affair, or if you're in one, don't think that I'm in this and we're soulmates and it's great and it'll never end. Don't think that way, because that's just not true. And I love you, and that's why I'm telling you the truth. I really want you to know this. I want you to see this. It's not true. How you feel may be true. You may be in love with this person. He may be in love with you. Okay, nobody's taking that away from you, and I'm not going to tell you you don't feel what you feel. But I want you to see the reality of the affair, reality of the relationship. It's not strong enough to withstand any kind of outside pressure. And if anybody feels like they could lose their spouse or lose their kids or their financial stability or anything that could spook them, they're going to walk away. And I actually have a video about why your affair partner won't leave his wife, or I'll link it somewhere and you can go listen to that. And it talks about how the signs to look out for that he really won't leave his wife. So a lot of times we need to just look at the affair relationship for what it is. It's an escape world that we both have created, and it's not strong enough to stand. It doesn't matter if you've said you're my soulmate, my best friend, I can't live without you. It doesn't matter. None of those things matter, because most of the time both of those individuals are not willing to leave their spouse to stay with you. They're just not willing to do that. And even if they are, the chances of you having a healthy relationship are very slim if you don't take the steps necessary to heal from why you had the affair in the first place. So it's so important for us to understand this. It's not our spouse, it's not our affair partner. Us having an affair is totally on us, and we really have to take the time to heal and get to the bottom of it, get to the root system and get it out of there, so we won't keep repeating this behavior, because repeating the behavior is just keeping us hurt. It's just keeping us in a state of, I don't know myself. Now I've had more than one affair. I don't like myself. I'm having to deal with my reputation's loss. Nobody wants to talk to me anymore. which we deal with that anyways, right? Even if you've had one affair and someone finds out in your neighborhood, like for me or something, I've been, like shunned and stuff before, and it's fine. I mean, I get it, but how for ourselves, the relationship with ourselves, I didn't like knowing that I was having an affair. I didn't necessarily like what it was doing because I knew it was wrong. I knew it was going to hurt people, and I just got tired of, like, I don't want to be in that situation again. I don't want to be there where I'm sneaking around and doing things that I don't normally do. I wanted to be true to me so I could know who I was and stay that person. So I know I got off on a little bit of tangent, but I just felt like I really needed to be honest with you guys. And I really want you to understand, if you're believing the idea that the affair will last, or if you wonder if it won't, please take what I'm saying to heart and get out. If you need help to get out of the affair, that's what I'm here for. All the information in the description box on how you can set up a free 30-minute session with me is down there, and I can walk with you and be that person that helps you get past this. No judgment. But even if you don't want to work with me and you're still in that place and you feel like you can get out, because it's not going to be what you think it is, and it's not going to last the way you want it to last. So, okay guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please leave them down below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.